comfort in the fires at night, the light, the face so cold.
So there I was in 1907. Just 2 years before, I got out of New Orleans as fast as I possibly could. But that rainbow lily, oh, she never escaped me, mister. Well, you know who I am. Oh no, that rainbow lily, she was always there, okay? I may not have been able to see her, but she was there, all right? I got out of New Orleans as fast as I could, all right? Yes, I did. So I wake up in 1900. Tyrone, what are you doing? Master Nature, I am giving them my promo to 1907. Tyrone, we talked about this before. You have to let me know when you are planning on giving a promo. Master Nature, why do you always try to, interfere with what I'm trying to do here? I'm trying to talk about 1907, and then you... Tyrone. Master Nature, I'm Tyrone. Oh, Master Nature, come on. I just want to have a little fun with the garden. That's all we have to get to 1907. Yeah, I know, but not right now. We are in the middle of, finishing off a cyanide Santa Claus. Right, Master Nature, but, okay, well, maybe that's more important right now than 1907. But I tell you what, 1907 better come pretty soon after that. Okay, I'm just saying, because my lily, okay, all right, because my lovelies and my lily, they've been waiting for this shit for like, 2 months, all right? They've been like, when the fuck is Tyrone going to pick up with his story here? That's what I'm saying. You know, I got a lot of lovelies, oh my God, and Lily, oh my God, Sugar, oh my God, those sugar ones, oh my God. Anyway, excuse me. Anyway, Master Nature, do you understand what I'm saying here? I can't let the lilies hang in here. You know what they're going to do? If I let the lilies hang too long, right, here's what they're going to do. They're going to find another Tyrone, okay? And I don't want that shit going on. No. Oh, no. I want all my lily. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't want them escaping to some other Tyrone here. You know, what is that? What is that old expression? Yeah. With a, I don't know what that expression is, Master Nature, but it's something. Okay. Anyway, Tyrone, I get it. We'll get on with it soon. But right now we have to go back and finish off a cyanide Santa Claus. Yes, we do.
Can I get you something?
It's your mofo butter laying me to the bone, jacking me up. Tight me.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Cuddy say can't hang.
Oh, stewardess, I speak jive.
Oh,
Say would
Here
make
we
any
go.
sense, and I think that would even further victimize our families.
Oh.
Why not challenge him on that? Why not see if you might get some honesty from him?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Peter. And, we have considered that, and we decided that our best course on this case, with this defendant in Idaho,
and your shitty case that you didn't have.
I'm not going to say the decision was perfect. It certainly doesn't perfectly answer everybody's questions. I realize that, but I also accept it.
Oh yeah, you mean you're relieved because you had a really weak case, and we got the outsider. Okay, and after we got the outsider, guess what we did, Bill Thompson? We didn't bother looking at anybody else who came after. That's what we did, Bill Thompson. That's what you did, Bill Thompson. See, that's what you did. As once you guys figured it out with the FBI, once you decided who was going to be that person, it happened to be Brian Kohlberger. But once that was all finalized, signed, sealed, and delivered, oh yeah, Any other information or evidence that came into this case after that point, you neglected, your officers neglected. Yes, sir, that's what you did. And we see that in a couple of your dumb documents that you released. Yeah, when they're signing off on their work, 2 to 3 weeks later after Brian Koberger is arrested. See, Mr. Bill Thompson? Do you see? Yeah. So when you got the outsider the way you want it packaged, any other information that came in after that, December 30th of 2022, you purposely ignored. And that's why it sat on your minions' desks, for up to 2 weeks or more. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, the public, my guard knows this already. This is what Moscow Police Department did in this case. They didn't even bother to check on their own work after Brian was arrested. See? And what we've been reading in these documents is that there's some information that came in after he was arrested, which points to the actual perpetrators in this case. And they totally knew that at some point. But let me qualify that. They knew that, and they purposely overlooked that until they, what was that line in one of those cops' dissertations? When I felt like getting around to it. Or no, that's not how it went. When it was a more convenient time for me. That's what he said. Remember that? We read that, right? When it was at my earliest convenience, Bill Thompson. Now you have a man in prison now in 2022, right? Going on 2023. And you got a firing squad looking at him. Yes, you do. But you don't bother to check any other things that come in after you arrest him, you moron prick. Yeah, Cyanide Santa. Yeah. And guess what? Again, what we're going to be doing when you finally, disappear into the good night. We're going to find your grave and we're going to take a big piss on it for what you tried to pull in this case. It's pathetic, Bill. It's absurd, Bill. It's disgusting, Bill. Just like you. You are not Santa Claus by any stretch of the imagination. Even though you try to look like him. Okay? And maybe you're in your fairy tale brain. Okay? I don't know why else you would try to look like this, by the way. Just saying. That's just me. Right? But this is not Santa Claus. This is the mirror image. This is the other image of Santa Claus that you're seeing right now. You see? This is the evil Santa Claus. Yeah, that's why we call him cyanide. Because he's poisonous and he's deadly. And the minute you bite down on that capsule with him, yeah, you don't know what's gonna happen to you. Okay? Yeah, that's Mr. Bill Thompson right there for you guys. I'm not bullshitting either. I hope you know that. Let's carry on.
That, as I said earlier from the beginning, we were advised by the profiling professionals,
right?
Even if the person who committed these homicides tried to explain his reasoning of what occurred,
right?
It wouldn't make sense.
That's a lie. Yeah, we've been there. That's a lie.
That would further victimize these
families. No, that's a lie. Right, we've been over that. It's a lie.
I accept it. It was a judgment call.
Oh, now we're showing pictures. Hey. Now we're showing little pictures here to grip you.
Is it true that you are personally opposed to the death penalty?
I don't know that I have strong feelings one way or the other. We've had a handful of death penalty potential cases during the time here. We have had one case where the death penalty was imposed and it was thrown out after the Arizona versus Ring versus Arizona decision.
Oh, it was thrown out.
Down.
Oh.
And that was a case involving Mr. Dale Shackelford. That was a 10-week trial.
Oh.
And we elected at that point, that many years after the fact, that it wasn't realistic to go back to trial just to seek the death penalty.
Right, right.
So, you know, we have pursued...
Sounds just like this case. You know? Actually, this case is even stronger than that one. Like, by a million. Bill Thompson, you prick, you lying prick. Yeah. So, did you hear that? He says, what did he say? It was thrown out. The death penalty, you know, that was thrown out. Okay? And other shit. Right, because they fucked up. So what is Brian Kohlberger worrying about? Right? What is he worrying about? There's no... Again, this case has no real evidence that we've seen so far. No real evidence that we have seen so far. Now, that may change. I'm not saying it might not, or it might change if they get around to unsealing things, but I'm just saying there's no evidence here. Not any hardcore evidence for anything here. In fact, like, most of it can be explained away pretty easily, okay? And you don't really even have to show a cover-up necessarily for that. You don't want to try to show that here. All you have to do is just counter their fucking arguments here. And listening to this garbage and reading this garbage, it seems like it would be pretty easy to do, Ann Taylor. Yeah, Ann Taylor. It sounds like this would be a fucking cakewalk if you know what you're doing. Anyway, just saying. Okay. My opinion, no.
Death penalty where we think it's appropriate. Cases we've had to try and death penalty eligible. We've had it there.
Right.
We've decided each case on its merits. And I really don't have a personal moral feeling one way or another. The law of the state of Idaho.
Okay.
Death penalty is a sentencing option for certain crimes.
Oh, okay.
And this
hey, you know what? Hey, that's a great point. That's a great point, Cyanide Santa. You know what? That also makes you not Santa Claus. You know why? Because what was Santa Claus all about? Santa Claus was all about morals and doing good deeds. Right? Wasn't that what Santa Claus was all about? Yeah. Now, this guy looks like Santa Claus, okay? But you just heard him say he has no morals, one way or another, towards death. So this guy is definitely not Santa Claus, okay? Nope. He just told you that. He's saying to you, I am not Santa Claus here. Now, because Santa Claus has morals. In fact, that's the whole premise of Santa Claus, right? Duh, Bill. So I don't know why you're trying to look like somebody who has morals, even in fiction. Or maybe not to some, okay? Master Nature, what are you saying? Well, MD, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Did you just say that Santa Claus wasn't real? Oh, Master Nature, no. You didn't say that, did you? MD, no, I didn't say that. Look, all I'm saying is, I'm doing the video here, right? Yeah, I can see that, yeah. Yeah, you're doing a video again, asshole. Well, right. So I was just talking about this guy and how he's trying to make himself look like Santa Claus, okay? Like the real Santa Claus, but he's playing a fake Santa Claus, MD. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Master Nature. I thought you said that Santa Claus wasn't real. Okay. MD. There is a Santa Claus. It's just not him. Okay, all right, bye-bye.
The elements of a death penalty case if we'd gone to trial.
How difficult was it for you to take the death penalty off the table in this case?
What?
I don't know how to characterize it as being difficult. Making the decision was difficult because it was a major decision. And
You
it
think?
was changing course from where we'd been working for so many months preparing to go to trial. So we took a step back and look, we being the attorney team.
No. Don't you distance yourself, my friend. In the first half of your interview, you said, it's on me. It's my responsibility. This whole thing that I'm talking about, it's on me. Don't be hiding behind your team. No. Don't you be doing that, Mr. Cyanide. Santa, cosine, inverse, right, symbols, right, runes, right. This is one bad rune we're looking at right here, guys. For all you people who know what I'm talking about. This is one bad rune you don't want to show. You don't want to, shake out of your box. Just saying. You don't want to see this rune. No. This is the rune of absolute corruption that you're looking at right here. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
He's in great pain and he wants to know if you can help him.
All right, would you tell him to just relax and I'll be back as soon as I can with some medicine?
Just hang loose, blood. She's gonna catch up on the rebound on the med side.
What it is, Big Mama? My mama didn't raise no dummies. I duck a rap.
Cut me some slack, Jack. Chump don't want to help. Chump don't get the help.
Say can't hang, say 7-Up.
Jive ass dude don't got no brains anyhow.
Sorry.
Aspect of this case. And we came to the conclusion that if the defendant was prepared to plead guilty straight up, factually admit the crimes, and agree to waive appeals and we life sentences,
there you go.
That was an appropriate resolution.
Gotta waive those appeals.
I've always thought that
there you go,
the
Smiley.
death penalty in various states
Cyanide
is basically
Smiley.
reserved for
Oh my
those
God.
spectacularly heinous crimes like this one.
Right, okay.
Someone like Koberger, here he butchers these 4 kids, shows no remorse. Wasn't it your responsibility
in 8 minutes
to take
with a
this
cleanup?
case
Here we go
as
again.
far as you could so that he gets the maximum penalty that is in Idaho law? What do you say to that?
Yeah.
I would say that
What?
it's my responsibility as a prosecutor to do justice. Prosecutors who blindly go into court
Like you?
on an agenda,
Like you?
I think are doing a disservice to their profession. and
Like
the
you?
public.
For the
This
past
case
30
and
years?
this action
Excuse me.
certainly deserves the death penalty if we had to go to trial.
Oh, wait, whoa. That's not what you
No
said
question
before. That's not what you said before. You said you have no moral, there's no moral, you have no morals to it one way or another. And then now you're saying, well, blah, now if it had to, now I'm going to take him out, right? Which one is it, Santa? I'm sorry, Cyanide Santa? Which one is it? You have morals to something related to the death penalty, or you do not? Do you? What is it? Which way is it here? Yeah, no morals. That's the problem, and that's why you're never going to be Santa Claus, even though you try to look like him. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, and yes.
This is the Central Scrutinizer. It is my responsibility to enforce all the laws that haven't been passed yet. It is also my responsibility to alert each and every one of you the potential consequences of various ordinary, everyday activities you might be performing, which could eventually lead to the death penalty or affect.
Berger, in his mind, wasn't this plea deal a victory? He gets to live.
I can't speak to what's going on in his mind. I don't see it as being a victory where
So
he's
much
going
for
to
the
prison
FBI
all the way to
profilers.
when he's dead.
I've
Yeah.
been in many a maximum security prison, and for what it's worth, they are places of extreme punishment.
Uh-huh.
I'll put it that way. I can say a lot more than that. But when you
Oh,
park sometimes in
why
the
is that
parking lot
funny?
outside
I don't-
a maximum security prison, and
That's-
you hear people shouting inside from the parking lot,
Hey,
you
hey,
know, there's
why
a
is that
hell
funny?
sitting
Hey, wait a
behind
minute,
those
wait a minute.
walls.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Peter Van Zandt, this guy. What's wrong with him? Now I'm just like, what's wrong with this fucking guy, right? What's so funny about that? Yeah. That's not really funny, is it, Peter Van Zandt? I'm just wondering. Now I caught that, and now I'm like, what? Look at this guy. Now I'm like, what's wrong with him? Now I have to look at him, right? Now I have to look at him. Being the psychic that I am here, I have to look at him. Not with maybe my eyes right now, but you understand what I'm saying. Oh, by the way, you guys know I have 4 spirit guides, right? Right. So maybe I'm not looking at people with just 2 eyeballs here. Well, I think that's pretty clear. I think I got 4 spirit guides, right, guys? Just saying. Anyway, yeah. What do you make of this? I don't know. Well, whatever. We'll carry on. Weird.
You're right. And there's something to be said for a person being reminded every day of the punishment for what they've done.
And what would that entail,
Give us
Bill?
a sense of
Wait a
what-
minute. What would that entail in your imagination, Bill? Yeah. What did he say? To be reminded of his punishment, blah, 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 every day. So what would that entail for you, Bill? Now, you didn't say torture. You didn't say that. But that's what you're implying, though. You are implying that you would like to see Brian Kohlberger, right, be tortured every day while he's in jail. That is what you're implying. But yet you have no morals, do you? Well, that would fit, actually. Yeah, actually, that would fit. Yeah, actually, that's perfect, to be honest with you, because that would fit your nature. You have no morals. So it would please you to see him tortured every day. Down maybe at the Snake River. Okay. But no, you kind of maybe got to put him in a cell right now. Yeah, we can get to the Snake River a little later, Bill Thompson. In fact, maybe we should do that a little later, Bill Thompson. Oh, fuck yeah, we should. Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Our criminal institutions are full of little creeps like you who do wrong things. And many of them were driven to these crimes' horrible force called music.
would have been if you had an opportunity to sum it all up.
Peter, actually, the best way to look at that is go back to what we did in court on July 2nd in front of Judge Hippler, where we gave the summary of the evidence in this case. And we presented it. I presented it in a manner very similar to what we would have argued to the jury.
Oh, my God.
And argued in closing arguments.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
the length
Hey, Ann Taylor, are you listening to this? He just told you it would have been a slam dunk case for you. That's what he just told you. Did you see his quote unquote reading of the evidence? I fucking barreled over laughing so hard. That's not evidence, okay? Well, it's circumstantial, but it's so fucking weak. It like disappears under the fucking floorboards here. Okay? Ann Taylor, did you just hear what he said? He said we really didn't have a case. Okay? Yeah, that's pretty much what he fucking said. I ran down the evidence. And I would have done pretty much the same thing at trial. And thanks for selling Brian up the river for no effing reason. Yeah.
Of the evidence here.
Wow.
Once the investigators
What evidence?
identified Mr. Koberger, they
Right.
were able to bring into play
What evidence?
not only the DNA match, which was significant in and of itself. It's kind of tough to explain that away when your DNA is on the sheath of the murder weapon.
There you go. That's his big cling. You see? He clinging to that with all those fucking fake Santa Claus whiskers. See? That's right. He just told you what he was clinging to. He was clinging to that DNA on that little speck of DNA that was found underneath the button sheath. Oh, but my garden knows this. The public does not know this, probably. Dear general public, there was also blood found on the knife sheath. We are not talking about one, I don't know even how to put it. One little minuscule, half of a half skin cell that supposedly matched Brian Koberger. However, what we did find on that knife sheath was actual blood. Blood, guys. Blood. And guess what, my general public? That blood sample did not match Brian Koberger. It did not. So you tell me, who perpetrated this crime? Tell me, Bill Thompson. Now, Bill Thompson is not going to tell you that, general public. But that's what happened in this case. And that's not even close to other blood that they found that didn't match Brian Koberger. Yeah, that's Bill Thompson. He's a fake Santa Claus. He comes looking like he's honest and trustworthy, that you can believe what he's saying to you. But this is not Santa Claus. He just told you he really has no morals to death. And Santa Claus is all about morality. That is Santa Claus's nature. He's all about morality. That's why you either get coal or you get something nice to eat. You prick. You fucking prick, Bill. Now, again, the general public doesn't know this, but they're going to soon find out what kind of character you really are here. And you're one hell of a fucking character, but you're not a good character. Not at all. Yeah, in fact, you're the opposite. Yeah, yes, you are. And by the way, here's what I'm going to do for you, Mr. Fake Santa Cyanide Claus. When I find out, whenever you pass away from this earth, whenever that happens, I'm going to hold my bladder for 2 weeks straight and find out where the fuck you're buried, and I'm going to let it all hang out on you. Okay? That's what I'm going to do for you, Mr. Cyanide Santa, for all the shit that you're trying to pull in this case. Yeah, and all the lies that you told in this case. And all the lies that you tried to snow the public on with your appearance. See, your appearance itself is deceptive. You're trying to look like a character. People don't normally walk around like this unless there's something wrong with them. Now, you may not know that at first, but just talk with them for a little bit, and then you realize why they try to look like cartoon characters or fictional people. I'm serious. Okay? People don't normally try to look like, well, MD's not here. Okay? Fictional characters. Just saying, just like Dylan. Dylan's a fictional character. In a different way here. Anyway, let's go on.
Some dirty dog.
chooses not.
As you know, Bill, jurors want that CSI moment, they call it. And you had one in this case. You had a CSI moment that was irrefutable.
What? You know, and as the story came out, it
what is
really
that?
was a multiple CSI moment because we didn't file charges, even though we had a lot of circumstantial evidence until they did the trash pull in Pennsylvania, and we got the paternal DNA match from a Q-tip in that trash pull.
That was your CSI moment. I see.
Is the father of the person whose DNA was on the knife shift. That was the CSI moment to start for us.
Oh my God.
That's what really triggered us being able to get the arrest warrant in place, the search warrants in Pennsylvania, get him arrested.
Yeah, that's right. That's what, you're exactly right, Mr. Cyanide Santa. That's what triggered that. Right, exactly. Hey, you know what? There's this thing called the chicken or the egg. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Bill, which came first? Yeah. See, it's very easy. Very easy. How do I put it? Put it this way. If I know for a fact... No. Let me put it... No. Let me just put it this way. How do I explain this? I dislike this guy in front of me right now. I hate him. Okay. And let's say I hated him so much. Well, it doesn't even have to be hatred, really, because I have no morals, just like this guy, right? I have no morals, so I have to be on his level here. Now I'm thinking to myself, okay, I have no morals here. He doesn't either. So, all right. So, let's say he comes into my town, okay? And let's say that I am dealing with 4 unalivings that just landed on my doorstep, okay? And he is an outsider to me and my community and all that crap, right? And I'm starting to work this case, and I'm corrupt. Keep that in mind. I'm very corrupt. I have no morals. That's what he told you. He told you I have no morals to death, which means he has no morals. Okay? Just saying. That's what that means. So again, not Santa Claus. But anyway. Yeah. And I had to solve this case, and I had to solve it as fast as possible because the president of the university was sitting in those police meetings, breathing down our neck. When are you going to solve this thing? Because my fucking money just plummeted, I don't know, by 75%. And guess what? Guess what the biggest money maker is in Moscow, Idaho? The fucking university. Right, guys? My garden knows this. But I'm just saying. So, Bill, we can't have that going on in my town. So guess what? Guess what I'm going to do? Since I can't, since either I don't want to, or I already know who the real perpetrators are. Okay? Or I just don't care. I don't know. Him, probably not. Just saying. But I need to solve it, and I need to solve it fast. And you know what? I already know who you are, in fact. Because you try to interview just across my county line to another police department. So guess what? I already got your name. I already got your social security number. I already got your phone number. All I need from you is just a little bit of DNA. That's all I need from you. That's all I need from you, Mr. Bill. In my town. That's all I really need to do. It's really that simple, actually. And so then what I'm going to do with that little speck of DNA, or whatever, right? All I have to do now is try to fit it together with something else. Now that DNA, allegedly from Brian Koberger on that knife sheath, that went through a lot of hell and piss. Originally, the Idaho State Police Lab didn't have anything with it. There was nothing special about it until, and my guard knows this, the FBI came in and they took that DNA and they magically transformed it into Brian Kohlberger. Yeah, that's what he's talking about here. So it's the chicken egg shit here. Yeah. FBI, you. Chicken egg, right? No, it's very easy to tamper with the kind of DNA that you're discussing. That's why it's not used in many countries, because it's easily fucking manipulated, just like you did in this case. Okay? So this is no Sherlock aha moment when the FBI allegedly starts pulling fucking trash out of his trash bin. You know, it's ludicrous to me, but whatever. You have to establish some sort of thing, even though it's ridiculous. You know, it's really stupid when you think about it, but whatever.
And it matched. That was overwhelmingly powerful.
When do you believe the Kohlberger
Where's that evidence?
realized that their son
Where's that evidence?
was the murderer
I don't know where it is.
in this case?
I don't know where that evidence is.
I don't know for sure. When the investigators spoke with them after his
Where's that
arrest,
evidence? I don't know. I haven't seen
there
it.
was nothing the investigators heard or saw to suggest that the family knew that Mr. Kohlberger was responsible for this. The information we have, and the defense maintained his factual innocence all the way up to the time of the plea, would suggest to us that he never acknowledged guilt to his family, quite possibly not until he stood up in court on July 2nd and entered his guilty pleas. As his parents were there at that time, that may very well have been the first time they actually heard it.
Again, we're kind of slipping into psychiatrist territory, aren't we there, cyanide? Hey, you're not a psychiatrist either. That's the problem also with this case. He's a psychiatrist, the judge is a psychiatrist, everybody's a psychiatrist in this case. You know? Yeah, sure. Yeah. That's how normal I don't know, fair trials are conducted. When we all act like psychiatrists, when we're not. Okay? We're Cyanide Santa, and we're Nosferatu, the vampire judge. That's what you guys are. You're not psychiatrists. Even though you need one, desperately, you and the vampire, like, I don't know, 30 years ago. Yeah, let's carry on.
Police reports reveal that Kaylee Gonzalez had told roommates that she saw a creepy-looking man while she was walking her dog, and that roommates returned to find that the front door had been damaged. Do you believe that Kohlberger was possibly...
G. And guess what? Guess who we read about? We read about this character named G. And guess what G likes to do? He likes to break into their house. And what also gets him off on that is he gets off on the fact that they didn't even know he was there, and that he could do whatever he wanted to them. That's what Mr. G gets off on. It's in those documents. It even says that, almost verbatim. Okay, I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what it says. Okay, so where is Mr. G, Brian? Where is Mr. G? Where is that character? Where's Jack Showalter? Oh my God, this is stupid. Again, it's stupid, guys. It's stupid.
We think the Kohlberger was certainly stalking that neighborhood.
Based on what?
We're aware of those incidents where the roommates in the house would sense perhaps that somebody was up on the bank behind the house when the dog went out.
That was Brian Kohlberger.
That somebody was being followed.
Sure. That was Brian Kohlberger.
Cell phone experts were not able to correlate Mr. Kohlberger's phone being in the area at the time of those occurrences.
Gee, what does that tell you?
They were able to show that he was in that area.
Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Did you not hear that? He said the cell phone experts could not correlate that Mr. Kohlberger was in that neighborhood at the very time that this happened. He just fucking said that, did he not? So, Ann Taylor, what the fuck are you doing? This would have been an open and shut case for you. He just told you. He just told you he could not place Brian Kohlberger at the scene of the crime, Ann Taylor. This should be a slam dunk case. He just told you, I can't put Brian Kohlberger at the scene of the crime. Yes. Oh my God.
Other times at night. Mr. Koberger's phone being in the area at the time of those appearances.
Right. They were not able to correlate.
They were able to show that he was in that area some
shopping
plus times.
Shopping.
Right. Other times at night, between like 10 and early morning hours, 10 in the evening, when there would be no legitimate reason for him to be over here to shop.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. What about G? What about Jack Showalter? Yeah.
Those trips were
he could be listen.
Involved Mr. Koberger.
Listen. He can go wherever he wants to go. He can drive to Moscow. He can do whatever he wants in Moscow, Bill. It's a free country, Bill. You know, he could drive wherever the fuck he wants. Just because you think he's in Moscow, whether or not, you don't even know that, first of all. That's one. Second of all, even if that's true, that doesn't mean he was at the house, and you just said you can't put him at the house that night. Your case just fell apart right there, idiot. Ann Taylor, are you listening to this? He just destroyed his own case within, I don't know, the length of this interview. He just said, I cannot place Brian Kohlberger at the scene of the crime on that night. That's what he said. So where's your fucking case? Up in smoke. Yeah. Anything else that comes out of your mouth, though, like the DNA and all the nice shit, that's all bullshit, Bill. You just said you could not place Brian Kohlberger there at the scene of the crime based off of his cell phone shit. And there's no other way you could put him there. That's why you tried to get this whole car shit stuff. You couldn't do that either. So you can't place him there by the cell phone tower. You can't place him there by the car. Guess what? You can't place him at the scene of the crime. And there goes your case. You morons. Yeah, that's Bill Thompson. That's Cyanide Santa. He just told you he doesn't have a case. Ann Taylor, what were you doing? Oh my God.
Looking and surveilling or stalking, whatever the case may be.
Which one is it?
Living patterns were.
I don't know.
And went from the house, getting familiar with that neighborhood, things like that.
Certainly there may have been other potential victims that he was looking at.
Based on what?
Based on what? Based on what? They thought he must have been in that house prior to the murder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because on the night of the murder, it's alleged that he had entered that house and gone right up to Madison Mogen's.
Yeah, how did he know that, Bill?
Do you think that's a possibility?
Yeah.
It's possible. The investigators never uncovered any evidence that would definitively prove that. But I think that's a legitimate point. The layout of the house is unique. It's a little bit confusing. Admittedly, if he was parked up behind the house.
I love this. I love it. Guys, this is great. This is one of the best interviews I've ever seen. He's saying, I had no case. That's what he's saying. Throughout this entire interview, he's saying, I had no case. This is actually one of the best things I've probably ever seen in my life. Yeah. He just said, again, we have no connection with him. No, I don't know if he was ever in the house before. No, I have no idea. Oh, gee. Okay. So you have no case. Okay, go on.
Is where he
Okay,
parked.
just saying.
You would be able to see into the house at night, and you would be able
Oh,
to see
now we're
whose
stretching.
rooms were where.
Oh.
Whether he was actually in the house at some point
Yeah.
before November 13th,
Uh-huh.
we don't know for sure.
Right.
We can't exclude that.
Oh, okay. So you have no
For
case.
Personally, what
Hey.
questions do you still have?
You still got no
about
case?
this case?
Effing ads.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. Oh,
And I used to
it's Judge
represent
Hippler. No, get away from me.
Krasno and Onwidinjo.
Go back to the light.
About whether
I do.
we have
Oh my God.
convicted the killer.
Oh, that's good for you.
I think
Yeah, you have no
there are
morals.
questions, there are more details
Uh-huh.
that really, in the
Really?
big picture, don't have any significance.
Oh, no significance. No.
Our feeling is
Okay, what's your
that
feeling?
we have accomplished a lot to obtain straight-up guilty pleas to all 5 charges in the indictment.
Well,
and
hey.
have him spend the rest of his life, not leave prison until he's dead, with no appeals. So we have that finality for the families and for our community.
And so each
Well,
night
that's
now,
not
Bill,
true. We
you
know that's not
put your head on
necessarily
that pillow
true,
to
but
go to sleep.
whatever.
Are you still preoccupied with this case?
Whatever.
Is your heart still broken?
Ah,
Do you still have
he has no
moments
morals.
of emotion?
Remember?
Looking back at this
Peter?
tragedy
Weirdo.
for the state of
Okay.
Idaho.
Why is
for
your
the
head
country.
shaped like that? I'm just wondering.
There is never a day that goes by that I don't
Oh.
remember this
Oh.
and remember what happened to these poor young people
Oh,
and
Bill.
what happened to their families and their friends and the community.
Oh, Bill.
And I don't know that that ever is going to end.
Oh, it's gonna end soon.
For the past
Yeah.
over 2.5 years.
Sooner than you probably
I
think.
have woken up every night
Yeah.
around 2 o'clock in the morning.
Around 2 o'clock in the
and
morning,
will
eh?
just sit there with this spinning in my head. And I keep
Oh
a
my
pad of paper and a pen
God.
right beside the bed. So I can
Yeah,
sit
right
up
beside the bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Hey, but the crimes didn't start until 4:15-ish, Bill. So what? Who gives a fuck about 2 a.m.? Oh, by the way, why do people keep saying 2 a.m. is the dark hour? Oh, I don't know. Like one of the victims' mothers? Yeah. 2 a.m. is the dark time. This idiot says, I get up every morning or something. I get up every day or whatever, blah, blah. 2 a.m. Just saying. Just a little interesting little, I don't know, coincidence there or something. I don't just saying. 2 a.m.'s the magical hour.
This case. Is your heart still broken?
Yeah.
Do
Is
you
it
still
broken?
have moments
Oh, you have no
of
morals.
emotion looking back at this tragedy
You have no morals.
for the state of Idaho, for the country?
For the country. Fuck you.
There is never a day that goes
Well,
by
maybe.
that I don't remember this and remember what happened to these poor young people
Yeah.
and what happened to their families and
Yeah.
their friends
Yeah.
and the community.
Yeah.
And I don't know that that ever is going to end.
Yeah. Go ahead.
For the past over 2.5 years,
Uh-huh.
I have woken up every night around 2 o'clock in the morning.
There you go.
And
Every
sit
night.
there with this spinning.
Every night for the past 2.5 years, I've woken up at 2 a.m. in the morning. So what is special about 2 a.m. in the morning that you're waking up every night on it for the past 2.5 years? That doesn't make any sense, guys. It doesn't make any sense unless you know there's something special about that time. Isn't that right, Mr. Bill Thompson? Cyanide Santa. Fake. Phony. What is so special about 2 a.m. in the morning? That you're waking up for the past night every 2.5, during the past 2.5 years. Why not? I don't know. Why not, 4:20. I don't know. Why not 4 a.m.? Pretty much, can I tell you what happened at 4 a.m.? Why don't you wake up at 4 a.m., Bill? Why is it 2 o'clock every fucking night? Cyanide Santa. You think your little tells can get away from our garden? Are you mad? I think you are, actually. I think you're quite loony, actually. Trying to look like a fake Santa Claus is lunacy to me. Like this case. Like you. Like your fucking police department. Like your judges. I think you're all Looney Tune. Look at you. And basically throughout this whole entire interview, you said you have no evidence, really. Not at all. Yeah. Interesting. I wake up. For the past 2.5 years, I wake up every night at 2 a.m. in the morning. Not 4 a.m. in the morning. Not, 41 a.m. in the morning. Or how about this? He should have said this. I wake up. I've been waking up for the past 2.5 years in the wee hours of the night. Every night in the wee hours of the night. Now, that could be any hour of the night, right? Right. No, this idiot says 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Specific. That is specific. There's a reason why he said that. And has nothing to do with Dylan's 4 a.m. crap. He knows that. He knows that's bullshit. That's why he says 2 a.m. Not 4 a.m. That's a slip up, Bill. You slipped up, Bill. That's a tell. My garden is well aware of tells. And that, my friend, well, you're not my friend. I'm just saying that is a tell on your part. Do you understand now? My garden is smart, believe me, much smarter than me. And if I can spot the tell, they're going to be able to spot the tell, and that's a big fucking tell you just gave us. It should have been this, Bill. It should have been some random time that changes. Just saying, Mr. Bill. I don't think you read any of those books back there, did you? Maybe one. And then maybe your daddy got you into fucking law school. Yeah. And passed you. That's what I'm thinking here. That's how you got into this crap. Because your fucking father, maybe. Or your grandfather in this piece of shit backwards inbred fucking town that you live in. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. Okay, let's finish it. Yeah.
Spinning in my head.
Yeah, your head.
A pad of paper and a pen right beside the bed, so I can sit up and write down what's going through my mind.
Oh, at 2 a.m.
About what we need to do with the case.
Got
before
it.
I fall back asleep and forget it.
Yeah, I forget it.
Oh,
I forget it.
For well over 2.5 years.
That's funny.
And I think gradually.
Look, that's funny to him.
For us. But what has happened
what the fuck?
in our community with these murders is forever.
Well, yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's so profound. Oh my God. It blew me out of my chair. Oh my God. Wow. That's fucking profound, Bill.
Thank you, Bill Thompson.
Bye, Cyanide.
You're welcome.
I hope you never walk the earth anymore. No.
I'm Peter Van Sant.
I hope you bite down on that capsule you have behind your fucking molar. Actually, is what I hope, Cyanide Santa. Good night. Well, there you go. That's the end of that. Goodbye, Cyanide Santa. I'm sorry. Did I say Santos? No, I'm sorry. Santa. Excuse me. Yeah. That's Cyanide Bill Thompson for you, also known as Cyanide Santa. He is not Santa Claus, okay? No, again, he's the exact opposite of Santa Claus. Santa Claus has morals. In fact, that's what Santa Claus is. He's like one big moral, right? Yeah. Do good, you get good stuff, right? Do bad, and you're going to get fucking coal, right? Right, Santa Claus, right? Right. Well, we're not even going to get to the real Santa Claus. No, not yet. But anyway. I hope you like that one, guys. Yeah. That's Bill Thompson for you. Yeah, that's Bill Thompson. And the best part about that whole interview for me was that he essentially admits that, well, I had really no case at all. Okay? I love you all, babies. Hey, we'll pick it up tomorrow, right? Hey, beautiful dreams, beautiful dreamscapes as we explore these crazy mountains on the moon that we're seeing right in front of us, babies. I love you all. My garden, again, you're the best. I love you all. Bye-bye.